Hello and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Tuesday the 30th of March 2021. I've just found out that the clocks went forward, I guess, in the UK, and so the Guardian puzzle is published an hour earlier here in Thailand, which means that I can do it before I go to work, which is a good thing. Except that it's not quite light yet, and so the picture might not be quite as light as normal. Anyway, I see in the news today that a company or laboratory named Servier in France has been fined 2.7 million euros for its continued use of the drug in English known as mediator. I'm not sure if it's pronounced differently in France, but as an English term, it looks like mediator. And this apparently was a drug licensed for diabetes, but actually widely used as an appetite suppressant, diet pills really, and has caused severe side effects to many people. I think it's on an unrelated topic, but in the same field, a problem about patenting and copyright laws. These laws were written so long ago, they need to be reviewed and overhauled and completely rewritten and globalized, because people need to get fair compensation for their work, but also they should not be allowed to milk stuff for years and years. I mean, for example, I'm just thinking about the change of use that drug companies often do. So drug companies often produce a drug and get a patent for it on a specific use. And then when it's coming to the end of that time, they search through and find some data where it has affected something that it wasn't intended for. And they'll find that particular thing, and then they'll manage to patent it again as having a different use, but it's really the same product. And this kind of milking can go on and on and on and stop people from, people who can't afford these expensive medicines, can stop them from being allowed to use them in third world countries. Anyway, today's puzzle is medium, I believe they labeled it as. And so that means it's probably not that difficult. So if you are a beginner, welcome. Sudoku, what is it about? It's a game of logic where we find numbers. Numbers are placeholders for ideas of logic. And the way that we do this is a kind of rule of 9. So there are 9 squares in this row across, 9 in this column down, and every column and every row contains 9. And what we need to do is place the digits 1 to 9 uniquely within each row and each column, and also uniquely within this box of 9 squares. For example, we have a 9 here already. That means a 9 can't come again in this box or in this row. Okay, so that's the basic idea behind Sudoku, and I don't play these games before I start the camera, and so I have no idea just how easy or difficult it's going to be until I actually get going. So let's try, shall we? Let's see if there's anything obvious. That's the way to begin. Always, of course, look for anything that's obvious. And the answer is no. Unless it's just because it's really early. I didn't see anything really obvious. Okay, so the first step is this. This segment here already contains a number 1, right? Digit number 1. So as I mentioned previously, There's no number 1 in here, 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 or here, here, right? Just not available for us to put in. So these two, in this column, these two squares are blocked from being a 1. This one here is in this row, and this blocks 1 from appearing in this square here. So if we consider this column here, this one means we can't have a 1 here, here, and this one means we can't have a 1 here. So that's the only space where we can place a number 1. That's our first number of the morning, and that's how we place it. And now that we've done that, we're going to use that number to see that number 1 cannot appear in this top row now. And then when we look at this column, we already have a 1 in this column, so, and a 1 in this column blocking up. So if you kind of consider it blocking, think about this. This 1 across the top here really blocks this top row. This one blocks this row. This one blocks this row, and then there is already a 5 in this square here, so that's the only possible place where a 1 can go, because that's the only square that's not being blocked by a 1 in rows or columns. Now we take this one that we've just put in and we kind of do the same thing. So let's extend it back across this row, and this one across this top row, and this one in this column, meaning that in this segment here, this box here, 1 has to appear in that square there. Got it? Now this 5, and now we've kind of reduced stuff here. So, but this 5 blocks across this row, and this 5 blocks this square here. So the 5s are blocking here and blocking here, leaving us just one outlet to place a 5. It's got to go there. Even though it's very early morning here, you can still hear traffic, of course. There's 3 down in this column here, and this 3 in this column here. So this 3 blocks down here, and this 3 blocks down here. So that's where a 3 must be placed. And we'll use that 3 that we just put in and see 3 blocks across this row now, 3 blocks across this. I'm focusing on this segment here. 3 blocks across this row, 3 blocks across this row. So just that square where we can put a 3. We'll take that 3. See how using the numbers that we've placed to find the new numbers. 3 up in this column here, blocked by this 3 along this row, so blocking here, blocking here, this 3 blocking along here, so that's the space for 3 in that segment. When we take that 3 and bring it down this column, this 3 up this column, and this 3 across this row, we can see there's only one space where 3 can go in that segment, and that is all of the digit 3s placed already, so we don't need to worry about number 3 anymore, as it's already done and dusted. So we can look around now. Sometimes you tend to get stuck in one place where your eye tends to get stuck, but you need to look around the board for different things. Right now, this 9 blocks this row here, and so a 9 can appear in this square here, so that's the last square. Okay, now I can see 3 numbers missing here. So let's count through and see what they are. We have a 1, we don't have 2, we have 3, we don't have 4, so 2 and 4, 5, 6 is missing as well. 2, 4 and 6 are missing, so we have 2, 4 and 6 missing in 3 numbers. But look here, we have a 2 here and a 4 here in the same column. So what does that tell us? If we have 2 and 4, this can't be 2 and it can't be 4, so it has to be the third number, which is 6. We had 2, 4, 6 missing here, so that's got to be a 6. And now we can't tell which is 2 and which is 4 for the moment, so we'll just forget that. We'll come back to that later. But we can put a number 1 here, you'll notice, because look, we have a 1, this one right at the end here blocking this row, and this one blocking this row here. and so 1 can fit in there, and that I believe is the last digit. 1, yes it is. So we finished digit 1, we finished digit 3 as well, so you know, we're making good progress, I'd say. Don't have to worry about 1s and 3s. Now if we try to think forward a little bit, we will see this 2 blocks this column here, as we discussed previously. Okay, that means that a 2 will have to come in either this square or this square. Do we know which one? No, we don't know for the moment, but it's got to come either here or here. So if we look at this segment here and decide, well, okay, let's imagine a 2 must come here or here. We know that it's got to block up here, doesn't it? We don't know which one it comes in yet, but whichever one it comes in, it's going to block this column. Sorry, not row, I think I said row. It's going to block this column up here. This 2 blocks down this column here, and this 2 blocks this row. So again, only one place where we can fit a 2 in that particular segment. I can hear the birds. Birds are wakening, realizing it's becoming daylight. Time to wake people up. I think that's their major task. Okay, down here there are 3 numbers missing here. So again, this 3 numbers missing, right? So now, not 3 numbers in this row, but 3 numbers in this segment. So let's find out what they are. We have 1, we don't have 2, 3, 4, we don't have 5, 6, 7, we don't have 8. So 2, 5, and 8 are our missing numbers, but look, 5 and 8 are in this same column, so this has to be the 3rd number. That's got to be our 2 in that location there. Let's count through and find the missing numbers in this column now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have a 6? No. 7, 8. Do we have a 9? No. So 6 and 9 are the missing numbers in this column here. But look, we have an intersecting 9 here, blocking that square from being 9. So 9 has to be in that square there, and 6 has to be in that square there. It's one or the other. One or t'other. Okie dokie. Just looking around now. Okay, so we don't yet have a 4 in this segment here, but actually there's a 4 across here blocking this row, so 4 has to appear in that square there. Okay. Missing numbers here now are 2 and 8. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 and 8 are missing, but look, this 2 blocks this square from being a 2. And so 2 must come here and 8 must come here. There's only one number left in this column, so when we have one number left, we must be able to find what it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is our missing number, so we'll fill that in now. This 8 blocks this row here, and we don't yet have an 8 in this segment here, so we can fill in an 8 here like that. Missing numbers here now are in this segment are 5 and 6, but look, a blocking 5, so 5 comes here and 6 comes here. One number missing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't yet have a 6 here, so we can fill that in now. This 8 in this column here and 8 in this column here and this 8 in this row. So again, blocking down here, blocking from up here, from down there I should say, and blocking across this row gives us an 8 in this square here. The 2 in this row here and 2 in this row here, again blocking, only one place in this box here. Now we can also place a 2 here, because if you think about this, so the 2 is blocking this square here, so that means in this box here 2 will have to appear in either this square, or this square, right? Somewhere along this row here, because it's already blocked from this square by here. So 2 is going to come along here like this, right? Now 2 is also in this segment here, 2 blocks up this column, but we know that there will be a 2 which will block along this row. This 2 blocks this row, this 2 blocks this column, and so 2 has to fit in that location there. So you should, as I said previously, keep your eyes moving around the board. Don't get stuck in one place. I think that's not a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is missing, 6, 7 is missing. So in this row, 5 and 7 are our missing numbers in this particular row, but look, an intersecting 7. So 7 comes here and 5 comes here. Again, I'm not sure this is really a medium level puzzle, seems more like an easy level puzzle. So far we're not having too much trouble. I suspect it's going to be like this to the end, although maybe I've just ruined everything by speaking too soon. Let's see. The 7 in this column, 7 in this column, 7 in this row, and 7 in this row allows us to put a 7 here. Missing numbers in this row. Oh look, I just realized there's one number missing down here now. 1, it's a 2. We don't yet have a 2 in this location, so we can fit in 2. Two numbers missing in this row here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't yet have a 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't have a 9. So missing numbers are 5 and 9 in this row, but look, an intersecting 5. So we can put the 5 there and the 9 there. Okay, the 7 here blocks along this row here, so we can put the 7 there. There's one number missing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 9. We can fill in our 9 here. When we put that 9 up this column, this 9 up this column, there's only one space to fill in a 9. Okay, 2 now. This 2, oh, we don't need that one, sorry. This 2 here blocks this column here, and this 2 blocks this row. We don't yet have a 2 in this segment, so we can fill in a 2 there. Seven in this column blocks here. These 2 squares are blocked by this 7. This 7 blocks this square, so we can fill in the 7 here now. Back across here, 7 blocks this square, 7 blocks this square, 7 has to appear here. One number missing, 1, 2, 3, it's a 4, so we can place our 4 here now. Okay, 6 we don't yet have in this section here, but 6 is blocking here, so 6 comes here, and the last number in this segment is 8, so we can fill that in. This 8 blocks this square in this segment. We don't yet have an 8, so we can fill in an 8. The last number in this box is 4, we can fill it in. The last number in this row now is 6. We can fill that in. The last number in this box now is 4. We can fill that in. You tend to, if you think I'm seeing the numbers quite quickly, actually I'm seeing them quicker than this, but it's just a habit that you develop just from practice, just from familiarity of playing Sudoku often enough. You just tend to see the numbers fairly quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4 missing, we don't yet have, so 4 will be here. This 4 blocks this square in this segment, that's a 4. Last number is 6 here. Last number here is 6. We were missing lots of 4s and 6s. I don't know if you've seen that before. Down here now we are missing, we don't have an 8 in this box yet, but look, this 8 blocks it from appearing here, so 8 goes here. Last number in this box is 5. 5 blocks this square, we don't yet have it. And so just to finish off, 9 is our last digit to place, and our medium, which I would really suggest is more like an easy level puzzle. We haven't had to fill in any candidates or anything like that. It's finished for Tuesday. Please subscribe to this channel for Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle, but remember to subscribe to many Sudoku channels. Get learn and get educated about Sudoku from all other YouTube channels as well, and promote the cause of Sudoku. It's a positive force in the world, not a negative thing. Thank you. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.